Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. Welcome back to Cybuchowo, Chewbacca Farms. I did a thing. I got rid of my other silo because I found this one on the mod hub. And this thing is it's amazing. It's got a storage capacity of 5 million liters. Amazing. I have some rye here from my last harvest, and I've already fed the chickens, and I've already fed the ducks. So I'm going to put this in my new silo and check it out. I just put it up, so I have not really gotten to check it out yet. I didn't record that part because it's a long process to get this done because I had to sell. What's going on? Why is it not working? I had to sell the other silo. I had to sell everything in the other silo first, and then I sold the other silo, and then I took out some loans. So I ran up quite a little bill here to get this thing, but I think it's going to be worth it. I went ahead and took out a hell of a loan, so that's why I have a lot of money now. But I'm going to have to pay all that back. I'm not seeing any on switches. Here's a switch over here. But that's probably the light switch. Yeah, that's lights on. This is where you empty into your trailer when you want to take something out. This is where you put it in. Let's see if this is another light switch. No, this doesn't do anything. Okay. Maybe it's around the back. There's no metal grates covering it. And I don't see anything back here that is any kind of switch you got to flip. Okay, so maybe this will not take rye. Maybe that's the problem. So what we're going to have to do is buy an extension silo that is multi-fruit. I think that'll fix the issue. Because I think most likely what we're dealing with is the fact that this is not going to take all the different fruit types. This will. The multi-fruit silos will. But this one here must not be a multi-fruit silo. I got excited about the total amount that it would hold, and I didn't really pay attention to what it could hold, which is a really dumb mistake, but that's okay. Because I know a way to kind of cheat the system here. We have a large multi-fruit silo extension here for $100,000, and as you can see, that will take everything. So theoretically, if I take this and I put it behind here, if it's green, that means it's connected. I just want to figure out where I want to put it. I want to put it over here to the left, but I want it to be a little bit closer, but I don't think it's going to work closer, so we'll put it there and maybe one more. That looks good. Well, yeah, right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now, as you can see, it will take the rye, so that was the problem. So be aware if you get this silo for your farm. It does have a 5 million liter capacity for the normal crops, but it will not take all the extra stuff. So if you want something that holds everything, the cheat here is to buy some multi-fruit extensions and put behind it. Each one of those will give me, I think, 100,000 liters or something like that capacity. So there you can see I have my rye in there, 3,470 liters. It will hold hay pellets, tread scale, wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, seeds, total mixed ration, forage, chaff, wood chips, silage, grass, hay, straw, fertilizer, manure, pig food, lime, lucerne windrow, which is alfalfa, straw pellets, lucerne hay, and back to rye again. So by adding the multi-fruit silo, we solved the issue. Now the capacity for the multi-fruit silo, I put 2 down, so I'm only going to have like a couple 100,000. But that's more than enough for right now. So now we got to take all this grass that I put in here last episode, and we have to compact it down. We're about halfway done with that job already, so we're going to keep going back and forth here until we are at 100%. And I'll probably like skip ahead a little bit here. I probably won't do this entire thing because it's going to take a little while to get it done. All right, that is just about it, 100%. So let's go ahead and cover this so it can get fermenting and making some silage for us. And we are going to come over here and park. And we got to figure out the next field we want to do. We have a good amount of money, so we could buy some fields. That's always a possibility. We could buy some fields down by our farm that will link up to our farm and expand it. Or we could buy some other fields to work. Trying to see what all there is that I want. Alright, I'm not exactly sure what I want to buy yet. I need to think about this. I'm thinking about maybe buying some fields down here where I'm at. But let's do one of these fields up here, maybe 28. 28 is looking good to me. So let's go ahead and get that one. And we will drive up here with our harvester and get to work. And a little bit later, I'm going to buy a lot of those fields down by me. All right, we are up here on the field, and we're going to go ahead and start harvesting this. It is canola. I don't know if I told you that when I actually bought it, but it's canola. So it should bring us a decent amount of money. And we're going to speed this up and do like fast motion here, so it doesn't take so long to get it done. Because we just don't have the time to be sitting here for 40 minutes harvesting a field. So we're going to fast farm it. This works a lot better. And I just love the way it looks, honestly. I love watching the harvester go so fast. Because when you're actually doing this in real time, it goes so slow. It takes a long time to do one of these fields. But this way, it is very, very fast. And I wish the harvester would go like this when I played it. But it does not. This is an editing trick, in case you don't know that, which I'm sure you do, where I'm just speeding up the footage to get the field done a lot faster. Now, I don't sound like a chipmunk right now because I am actually recording this part of it after I've already sped it up. While I was doing it, I wasn't saying anything. I was just sitting there harvesting, knowing that later on I was going to record this bit that you're listening to right now. So we're almost done with this field. Went very, very quickly. I really like that. Took a job that took in real time, like a half hour or better, and turned it into a couple minutes. So now we are going to empty all of this canola into our trailer here, and we have to figure out where we want to take it. So once this is done, I'm going to run it down to the sell point. I'm going to need to pull up my map here in a second and figure out where I'm going. Alright, I need to go right down here to Rajkowski Farm, or whatever, however it's pronounced. So that's right down there, so I'll see you when I get there. All right, on the way to the farm, I actually checked the prices again. And down here at the grain place, it's a lot better price. So I don't know why I read it wrong the first time, but that's okay. So we're going to sell it here and see what we get. We're at $202,000 right now. Trying to get it so I can actually see what's going on here. Okay. So now we can watch the money go up. So we got 221,000. We made $18,753 off that field. Very nice. Now we still need to clear the trees and then we'll sell it back. But as you can see, I got a hell of a loan there. So I paid a little bit of that back. My loan is over $400,000 right now. I owe the bank a hell of a lot of money. I told you, I borrowed a lot of money to get that new silo and to have some money. All right, so we are here in the field with our handy dandy tree destroyer here. And we're gonna hopefully make short work of all these trees. It doesn't always work too well, unfortunately. I wish that it worked a lot better. But sometimes this happens, which is the best case scenario. Those sunflowers are so damn pretty, aren't they? I just love those things. Look how good they look. We finish this little stump off here. All right, I think that's got it. Let's go look at these sunflowers up close. They say you got to stop every once in a while and smell the flowers, right? Look at that. That looks so good. The detail on that is amazing. Look at the leaves. Look how it moves when I press on it. They did a fantastic job with this map. There are little things that annoy me, like the trees on the fields and crap like that, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous map. The amount of detail they put into each individual sunflower is amazing to me. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. All right, so we're going to continue to mow down all these trees. Now, I don't show this part on every field because sometimes it is a real pain in the butt. Sometimes you'll be spending several minutes just on one tree trying to get it to even cut. You'll go around and around and around the tree trying to find a spot where you can actually get it to cut and where some wood chips will start flying off so you know that it's working. And sometimes it's quite a struggle. Now, I don't exactly know why that happens. I don't know if that's a problem with the map or if that's because I'm kind of using the machine for a purpose that it was not designed to do. This machine was designed to grind away the stumps once I've already cut the tree. But I'm kind of using it to cut the tree and the stump at the same time. And I'm kind of exploiting a little bug in the game to where the tree, once it's cut down and falls, will disappear most times if you hit it with this. It's not supposed to do that, but I learned that it can do that, so I kind of exploit that little glitch in the game. Because it takes a long time to cut down trees and cut them up into individual pieces and sell them and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you can buy equipment that will cut down the tree a lot faster and you can cut it into any kind of length you want, but that's extremely expensive. It's like $400 and some thousand just for the machine. And it takes a hell of a lot of tree work to make that money back up. And frankly, I get tired of cutting the trees, so I usually just buy this machine and get rid of them. Just trying to make sure that I got all the trees on the field. Now, I could go and cut all the trees around here too if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to cut these up here though. They're technically not on the field, but they're kind of close, so. And it doesn't give me any kind of warning that says I'm not allowed to cut it, so I would assume it comes with the field. So we're going to go ahead and cut these down too because they're going to be in the way of the harvester next time I come through. And eventually I'm going to cut all these trees that are on the fields down, but I'm just doing it as I work the fields. That way I don't spend hours and hours and hours just driving around cutting trees all in a row. But that's a pain in the butt. And most of these videos I do, I'm not going to show the tree cutting part. I will do that off camera. But every once in a while, it's kind of fun just to do it and let you guys watch. That way you kind of know where all the trees are going, because as the series goes on, you'll notice there's less trees than there was before. And that's because I'm doing this, just clearing them off the fields as I go. Now, I probably won't cut down the big forests and all that kind of stuff because they're not really in the way. I'm only cutting down trees that are in my way, to where I have more trouble using the harvesters because they run into the stupid trees. That's one of my pet peeves, is trees too close to a field. That drives me absolutely crazy, because when you hire a worker, the worker won't do that section if the tree is too close. So then you got to come back and do it afterwards, which is a pain in the ass. My other pet peeve is fenced in fields. A lot of map makers will put fences around their fields, like barbed wire fences, and only have one area you can enter into the field. And most times that area has a gate or something, and it's a very small area that you can enter in. So if you have a large harvester and large equipment, you can't even get in the damn field to work it. And that is the biggest pain in the ass. I don't know why they do that. And the other thing I hate is when they make the streets really, really narrow, so you can't fit your big equipment through. That also sucks. I understand that a lot of these maps are modeled after real places. So if the real place has narrow streets, then the map is going to have narrow streets. I think that's why it's done most times. But I'd be willing to sacrifice a little bit of realism just to have it not be that big of a pain in the ass. All right, so that is that one done. So we're going to sell that back and get our money back that we paid for it. And now we are at $250,000. And that is the end of this episode. So if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, all that jazz, and I will see you on the next episode. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.